Hey guys, I'm in front of the Binondo Church here in Manila, in the Chinatown of Philippines. And just a quick history lesson, back in 1521, a guy named Ferdinand Magellan came to the Philippines. And in 1594, a man named Luis Perez Desmariñas founded the Chinatown Binondo here in the Philippines, and he gave it to Chinese immigrants that converted to Catholicism. And actually, crazy fact is he was killed by Chinese immigrants later down the road on a boat that he had them rowing on, and they plotted on him and had him killed. But that's besides the point. Today I wanted to walk around Binondo and try some of the delicious Filipino Chinese cuisine here in the city. And the first place I'm going to is right here. It's called Ube Siopao. And it's a real popular bakery. And they have other restaurants in the same facility. So come with me inside and let's check it out. Guys, I'm here inside Ube Siopao. And they got people making drinks right here. Ube lattes, as well as all different types of drinks like bobas and other milk teas. And here's the bakery, which has a lot of different items to choose from. I don't know what I'm gonna get, but it looks like they even have mooncakes here, and a bunch of different, Chinese food that caters to the Filipino crowd. So let me grab a couple things and let's try it out. So I'm out front and I'm gonna order a ube latte, and I'm also gonna order, they have a ube egg tart that I want to try, as well as a siopao. So let's check it out. I got my first round of food here in Binondo at Ube 10, and I decided to do the theme of ube everything. So I got a ube latte with boba here at Ube 10. I also got a ube egg tart to try, and I also got a siopao with asado inside. So a siopao is just a descendant of the char siu bao of Chinese. So it's very similar, but of course they cater to the Filipino taste buds with also meat inside, and the outside is ube. So let's start with this, with the ube bao, and I'm gonna rip it open so you guys can check out the inside of the cross section. And it's really soft to touch, and you can tell it's a nicely steamed. So first bite of the ube asado siopao here in Binondo. This tastes exactly like a char siu bao. The meat, they put a ton of meat in. It has that same kind of like sweet barbecue flavor. This is really good. I would rate this a 10 out of 10. This is as good as any char siu bao I've ever had. So if you come to Binondo, definitely check this out. It's really good. Delicious. Over how good that ube siopao was. It was super delicious. It was savory and sweet, and also that soft, comforting siopao bun was so delicious. I wish I could eat another one, but I have so many different things I want to try in Binondo while I'm here, and I don't have a lot of time here in Manila, so that's going to be the only one I'll be able to eat. But if I could, I'd eat a couple more of those. That's how good those were. But next on the list is a dantat, or a custard tart. And obviously this is a descendant also of China, with some British flair to it, with the crusty, flaky pastry, along with the creamy interior. But what does it taste like with a Filipino flair to it, with ube? Well, let me take a bite of it and show you the inside of a ube custard egg tart. This is another really good item. It's so buttery and flaky. The ube is kind of hard for me to taste, but you can see the color of the inside is like an ube color. But this is a delicious egg tart. The last egg tart I had was at KFC in Mongolia, which was a really good egg tart too. But this one, another solid item here. And Ube tin is really popular here in Binondo, and I can see why, because the food is really delicious here. So I would give this probably 8 out of 10. Still pretty good. Go ahead, and this is like a 2-biter, so let me eat the second half of this ube custard, and then let's try this ube latte, which I know is going to be good. So let's try this. Classic boba straw. And look at all that purple squirting out. Oh, I'm making a mess. But let me take the first sip of a ube latte here in Binondo. So it has, of course, a milky flavor because that's what its base is. So it has a milky, ube flavor is kind of light, but it has that, ube light sweet flavor to this latte. And of course it has the bobas on the bottom. I haven't tasted the boba yet. They're your standard boba. I don't taste any like sweetness to the boba itself. Just plain bobas with the ube and the milk flavor. Pretty good latte. I would give this probably 6.8. It's still good, but not the best boba drink I've ever had. But let me go ahead and continue to work on this, and let's go check out the next spot for Chinese food here in Binondo. No, I didn't get very far after eating that Siopao and the ube latte. I'm still here in the same building, and even though that was Ube tin, as we saw, you can see they sell shirts for Ube tin here. I love Ube tin. There's a second restaurant right here called Great Buddha, which serves, dim sum, yum cha type food. So I'm not making a big order. I just ordered some shou mai, or siu mai in Chinese, which of course is a pork dumpling. So I'm just waiting on that to come out, and I'll show you guys what the shou mai looks like here at Great Buddha in Binondo. Just got my order here at Great Buddha in Binondo, and I got a dish that's very popular in all of Asia, whether you're in Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, and especially here in the Philippines. They love shou mai, and it's of course in Chinese that's siu mai, pork dumpling. And here they got the calamansi right here, along with the chili oil and soy sauce. So I believe I'm supposed to, combine these. I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to do. I'm gonna probably ask them before I take my first bite. But let's try out the shou mai here in Great Buddha in Binondo. Ask for an explanation of how I'm supposed to eat with these two dipping sauces as well as the calamansi. So you spray this or squirt this into the chili oil, which adds a kind of like a tart flavor, I believe. And here's the chopsticks. They got disposable ones, which are always great. I'll break these. Man, takes a little strength there. And let me grab one of these shou mais and dip it in both. Here's the chili oil as well as the soy sauce. First bite, shou mai in Binondo. Porky deliciousness with a very thin wrapping. These are really tasty bites, and this adds some kick as well as some tartness to it with the calamansi. Really good. I actually think these dipping sauces make these shumais. It tastes so much better with it, for sure. .2 out of 10. Delicious. In a famous alley here in Binondo, and here they serve fresh lumpia at this place called Po Hing Lumpia. So I'm gonna order a couple fresh lumpias and let's try them out. Fresh lumpia place is so famous. I see it all over TikTok, all over YouTube. So I finally get to try it. It's a place that everybody says is a must try when you come to Manila and to Binondo. And here you can see they're freshly made, has a fresh wrap. So they're not deep fried like lumpia Shanghai, but it's a fresh one with vegetables, and comes with like a little sauce right here where you're supposed to put on while you eat it. So first time having a fresh lumpia here in the motherland in Philippines. So let's try it out. First bite. So that's a very sweet sauce, which is like diabetic sweet. So let me try a bite of the fresh lumpia without the sauce. I feel like I'd like it more if it was like a hot sauce. So let me take another bite. You know, it's not the sauce. Something inside this fresh lumpia has like a sweet flavor to it. So it wasn't what I expected. I expected more of a savory fresh lumpia, but it's actually on the sweet side. What would I rate this? I would probably give this like 6.5. It's decent. I don't think it's really a must try here in Binondo so far. That Ube Siopao was a must try, in my opinion. Now I'm at my next location, which is a Chinese food, Filipino spot here in Binondo, and it's called Ongpin Manosa. And I'm interested to see how Filipino Chinese food is, so come with me inside and let's check it out. Guys, so I got my two dishes here at Manosa restaurant in Binondo. This is probably going to be my last food. I might go get one more siopao at a real famous place next door, but until then, this is probably my main dishes that I want to order. This is the bihon with some seafood. You can tell by how big it is. It's a pile of food. This is meant to be shared because no one should be eating this many noodles by themselves. And this right here is the maki, and you'll be able to see how thick this is. So let me show you up close how thick this maki is. And it's like a thick, look at that, gelatinous gravy with meat in it. It looks delicious, so let's try it out. So there was just way too much piled of those noodles, so I put some of those noodles in another dish, and then I put some of the maki in a smaller bowl so it's easier to consume. So check out how thick this maki is. So first sip of the maki soup here, which is practically gravy. It's almost like gravy. All I need is some mashed potatoes and I'll be set. It's good, and it comes with like a ton of meat inside the maki soup. So let me take a bite of the beef. So it's basically like a beef noodle soup. That's how I would describe it. It's pretty tasty. Not bad. I would give this probably a 7.5. It's not bad. not great. Worth trying though, I think. Alright guys, so now let me try the bihon here, which is a combination of 2 different types of noodles, which I believe they stir fry, and they put some cabbage as well as some different types of meat in it as well. So first bite. Okay, so they give you a little calamansi, and I really think it needs it to add some flavor. It's kind of lacking in the flavor department. They also have some sauces here. What do they got? Ketchup, hot sauce. So I'm gonna put a little bit of hot sauce on these noodles and see how it tastes after that. This looks like a sriracha. So let's see how this bihon tastes with the sriracha and calamansi. Yeah. So that is a form of sriracha, and it adds some kick to the bihon. Adds a nice flavor. Not bad. I'll give this probably also a 7.4. I don't know how these YouTubers do it. Do they go to Binondo multiple days in order to try all the different foods here? Because what am I on my 4th spot to eat at? And I'm, stuffed to the gills eating these noodles, and, for the most part, it's comfort food, all these Chinese, Filipino foods. So I'm gonna go ahead, eat what I can of this. And so I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'm really enjoying myself eating all the food in Manila. So stick around as I continue to have more videos in Manila and future videos in Thailand as well. So thanks guys, I'll see you in the next video.